So they're set. None of those are actually pocket picks. We just had to do it on the side because Start.gg was being weird about this match in particular. So Malkir's Protect was Remember December, ITG Classic, some 16s to 190 some. Kwanzaa's Protect was Sweet World,
and then
another ITG Classic, but with a very, very different chart.
Yeah. And then the tiebreaker song is Business Wars.
This is where bottom. We might as well start whatever matches we can early.
Yeah, so. Warming up with the Saint Goes Marching is certainly a decision that I would not make.
I suppose if you need to make sure you can time various speeds, this sort of works. Or if you just want to be very, very confident in visual timing.
Oh, oh. We got medals. Could you hold this? I'm going to get the next matches drawn. We need TO. All right, I think we should be back online now.
Can people see and hear okay? Excellent, we are back.
Lowered the bit rate a little bit, see who that helps a little bit.
December.
Pretty high foot speed, bursty song.
Yeah, nothing terribly sustained, but you've got like a couple bursts that are like a beat or two long at 190 BPM, which is pretty fast for SMX. If you've played the ITG 10, like this chart is not quite the same because it's a slightly different version of the song.
Yeah, this one's by Smiley instead of who was it originally by?
Was it like a Mind Reflection song or something?
I don't exactly
it was one of Kyle Ward's aliases, yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I got some tough timing parts here, though.
Yeah. Remember that. It was Mind Reflection. Thank you. Like Malkir has a small lead, still with the yellow combo. Malkier closes it out with a Hex. Taunts with a 099, 10
Wow,
to 20.
only 10. Really impressive.
Very,
there.
very solid score from EJ. Twans looked like he just got tripped up at one spot in the middle. Now we're going on to Sweet World, which was Twans's Protect.
Yeah, Twans, I think Ritzy got 0-1-0-0 on this or something crazy like that.
Yes, yes he did.
This one's got a really interesting tech to it.
Yeah, it uses rolls in a very interesting way that if you're not entirely sure how it works, you can theoretically fudge it by bracketing. But I think the intent is that you're supposed to just kind of go in and out of them.
Yep. So
in a
think
way.
like so. The way I would describe it: A, B, C, D, C, B, A. If that makes any sense, to anybody.
It'll probably make more sense when we see the chart, but yeah.
But you'll see like a solo note by itself. That's when you go back the way you came, basically. So you'll see a bunch of numbers in descending order. So that down arrow that's by itself means you go back that way.
If anyone was a fan of the ITG, I think it was an ITG2 chart with all the 48
the level
gallops.
10.
I'm sorry, this has no gallops. It simply has patterns. Yeah, so there. You see like 3 rolls and then a single note. And the idea is you're supposed to hit the 3 arrows that are rolls in the reverse order after you hit the single note. Both of them handling those center panel patterns really well. Those are very tricky, very easy to just like get a stray early on there. I think Twan's got N early.
Yeah, but his timing's strong enough to give himself a lead going to the streamy parts of the song.
Yeah.
A lot of form check opportunities in this part of the song. The third set of runs, there's a vertical pattern that's a little bit tricky to hit.
Yep.
Both of them having no problem with it though.
Yeah. Looks like EJ might have clawed it back a little bit, but ooh, Twan's whips one of those lifts, and now it's flickering back and forth. I think EJ has a small advantage, but whenever you see like the gold flash like go back and forth, you know it's close.
Oh,
And
EJ takes it 2-0.
takes it, yeah. Just slightly, yeah, same perfect count. So it probably just came down to
That one early, yeah, and the lift drop.
Right, the lift as well.
Unfortunately, Twanza does have a loser's bracket already. But up next, we have Big Matt and RC1 coming
Yes.
up.
So now we're going back into pool 4. I believe this is, losers quarterfinals, so not quite to determine who advances into pool 5, but
Yeah, we got 3 more matches to determine that, but we do have some conflicts with DDR at the moment, so we're just running a little bit of pool 5. Oh, it's 2DX still a little from us. That's okay. That's okay. Multiple tournaments are the exact same points of the bracket where we need the same players to unblock things. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So our other options are Pilot and Snowstorm, which I see Snowstorm here. I see a Pilot by here.
Emily,
Yep.
Emily, Pilot and Snowstorm. Emily, Jason and Pilot. Pilot and Jason. Pilot. Pilot. Pilot.
All right, we found a match.
all right, we lied. We're actually going back to pool 5.
Just kidding, everybody.
And we are going to be doing Pilot versus Snowstorm. So one of the remaining 2 round 1 matches in pool 5 to do. These are the 8 and 9 seed.
Very close players. Historically, I think they're 1-1 against the head-to-heads. I believe the first instance they met up was Eclipse 2023. Snowstorm took that one, and then Pilot went on like a crazy training arc, and Pilot took out Snowstorm at B-Hop Ball 4.
Okay. And Snowstorm has since also gone on a crazy training arc. So
Yeah, after his tear at Red October 2024, he bought a monitor as soon as he got back. He's like, I'm all in on SMX now. And he's been going through all the beginner charts, all the easies. He's working a hard mode right now, to my understanding.
yeah, he's played all of them, and I think is just trying to APC as much as he can.
Yep.
Some of the upper hard charts are.
He's very much like a completionist type of player.
Yep.
Ooh.
He always says,
Ooh, we have
no one ever get him a second pad because he will play through all of full and dual.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. You ready to see their
So it
card
looks
draw?
like- yeah, looks like they have their draw. Demon's World. Okay. Okay.
It's pretty tame. I would call it a more tame draw. Demon's World, Hispanic Panic, Angel, Living America, and William Tell.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got a
And they
set
opted to
redraw.
redraw and got something, I think, a decent bit spicier.
Yeah, I think it's a much more varied set for skill sets. I
would
see
agree.
Cisco's post being protected by Pilot.
That makes sense. He got the machine record on here literally just last night, so it's probably fresh in his mind.
Show You Love
And
protected by
Pilot
Jason.
also completely botched Show You Love last night, so that also makes sense. I'm just like exposing the man.
Yeah, I
love you,
wonder.
Pilot.
I expect Delirium to be vetoed. Oh, are we gonna do it? Is it Red Shift? Yes. Red Shift.
That's for the best because if either of them had vetoed Redshift, they would have gotten banned from Redshift. It's true. I don't make the rules.
Communication skills are good. Let's go Red Shift. Sim literally just walked off the DDR cab, so
he's warmed up.
Yeah, he's very warmed up.
He might want to. I suppose he could play half a song just to readjust to the cabinet
and get used to
but that
SMX
would be
timing
his
again
choice,
too.
Yeah.
RC1 figures out if 2DX needs him now. If we have RC1 available, we're going to run RC1 versus Pat's rematch to get out of the pool. And then as soon as Malia's available, we're going to take her to do her match versus Lenny. So we have 2 more matches to conclude pool 4. So while we'll wait for that, then we'll see Pilot and Snowstorm. What's up?
I've been updated. What's up?
So it seems RC is in fact needed in
The multi-gamer
2DX or-
special.
Yep.
Let me see.
And
I'm trying to see where Malia is right now.
yeah. And they're really warming up with Sweet World.
Malia still playing? Do we know Malia's playing right now? Is Malia playing right now?
I see Malia's card draw. If not, we should go find Pollo X. Warming up with Sweet World.
Yeah, probably just trying to figure out form and what have you, get a feel for the pads and how you have to step to not get form checked. It's pretty slow, so while an interesting choice, not an unreasonable one.
Yeah. Neither player doing the crossovers. I can't believe them.
I guess that is technically a crossover.
Yep.
It looks a little funky when it's all like rolls and what have you, but
And then you'll take, one thing I want to point out is that Snowstorm does play with the Prism Note skin because he is visually impaired and says that's the one that he can read the best.
right.
Shout outs to accessibility.
Always good to have.
Wow.
Okay.
Pretty solid 99 over a Pilot.
Yeah, 994 with an early, so I guess he found the 10. Oh, sorry, I lied. 99.4
Wow.
was too early.
Wow.
Okay, so I guess he found the window. Was he wearing the shades during that? I
He
couldn't
was
tell.
not wearing the shades.
Wow, fake gamer. Okay, so now we're going into Sicko's post. That's probably not how it's pronounced, but it's a pretty sicko chart, so.
Sicko. All right, going to song number 1.
Fans of either classic music or Pump It Up will likely recognize this one. Very, very interesting chart. Has some quirky little turns mixed in with mines. First half of it isn't too bad.
And a lot of patternings are very specific to StepManiaX only that you won't find in any
Yeah.
other game.
Yeah, so very, very involved usage of the center panel.
And those mines are a bit of a visual gimmick. If you stay in the exact same position you were at prior to the mines coming, you will avoid them.
Yep. So, you know, that old, when you teach someone like how to play DDR, you'll say, don't actually return your feet to the center. That's a lie. You actually want to keep, well, no, that's true. You want to keep your feet on the arrows. And this chart sort of illustrates it. I think one of those, the mines were actually in a different place, but only the one. Looks like Pilot has a pretty decent lead, like
Somewhere
over
over 1,000 points, yeah.
So
Oh, you see Pilot doing the turns correctly there. Jason hitting some mines.
I think that's the first time I've actually seen Pilot do the turns. So you know what? I'm glad that paid off for him.
Pretty high 99 there.
Yeah, 99.58.
Cool. Only
8 and only a
808.
late. Very solid showing.
1
Yeah.
1 late.
Yeah, Snowstorm also with the full combo. Might have hit a couple mines in there. So now we're going to go into Show You Love, which is this the single? This is the last
Double
pool, but it is
elimination.
double elimination, so.
Let me actually go ahead and update the bracket link for everybody to look at. I think I have a general bracket links up there, but I'll go ahead and just put the specific link down. So we're going to update the Nightbot command here.
Yeah, so pretty
But no.
much this entire tournament is double elimination.
But we're effectively in top 16 right now, more
Yeah.
or less. With 2 matches remaining in the previous pool to fill out the rest of the bracket. And then the upper pool, we had the top 11 players were seeded automatically to play there, just based on past performances or known accomplishments, this and that. Very subjective opinions.
Yeah, definitely a lot of players here were like, the order could have been several different ways and it would have been completely valid.
Oh look, one of our competitors, Pollo X, is on the way now.
Is he? I was afraid of that. Pilot's starting out with a white combo. The chart does ramp up in difficulty, so I mean, he could hold it. You never know. Very, very strong a white to white combo. That's at 40% regardless.
Yeah, you see this part,
Yeah.
it repeats the rhythm, but the streams get a little bit longer.
Yep, there's like one longer stream here. Both players
Cheeky
nail
little
it.
crossover here.
I don't think I saw a single yellow in that stream from either of them.
They're both super
Yeah.
clean.
So Pilot maintaining his lead. Neither player really messing up.
Pilot's lead really isn't that big.
Yeah. Ooh, Pilot gets a few lates there. Still in the lead.
You see Pilot choosing to jump instead of doing the crossovers on the rolls.
That is the nice thing about rolls. You can do them a lot of ways. Just a matter of holding it together. And Pilot will take it 2-0 with
9-9,
Yeah.
8-4-8.
about a
Very
300 point
low
difference.
yellow count there.
Very strong showing from both 6 to 11.
Only a 5 perfect difference between these
Yeah.
two. Super impressive here. All right. Are we doing Malia and Levy next? Since
I
they're-
think we have to.
Since they're not playing DDR right now?
Unless there is another match that
y'all now?
I guess the alternative would be Pat and RC, but I think RC is still occupied elsewhere, so.
Are we playing Malia and Letty now? If she's not DDR, we could just. She just had to go. Yeah, she had to go take her DDR. If we can get Ryan back, he's a 2D. He's a 2DX right now. He's still at it. Yeah. All right. So if they're not using for DDR now, we can just take her now. That's. Yeah. Okay.
And I'll veto second.
So you're protecting.
Let's protect. Oh, he's got a second. I guess I'll go with Space Boy.
Yes, it's space.
I'll protect Hero of the Night. Hero of the Night.
Here we go. Make a selection.
My baby mama. Go ahead and get back to the cab. Pollo and T-Swag are going to play a warm-up song, and they're rolling into 2 pocket picks. No, wait, this is the wrong set. Much better. All right, so they're going to start with a warm-up, but then they're going to roll right into Zusa, Space Boy, and Saber Dance. Talked to Pollo a little bit earlier today. He's been sitting for quite a while. He is #1 seed in DDR, so I know he just wants to get a little bit of blood in his legs and get moving. How's the volume? Do I sound too quiet, too loud? Chrono! Vamos! This is just their warm-up. They still got a whole song to go before their match starts. We certainly are a little short-staffed on the SMX side today. Many of the staff members for this event actually spent their entire day running it, and now we're all playing in the last pool. So we had T-Swag on the mic up until about 5 minutes ago. I've been running card draws for the last 3 hours, and MCAT and Pilot were on the mic for a little while, then Jelly and T-Swag were on the mic for a little while. So we're getting down to the end of this tournament, but hopefully it gets finished off, and then everybody's going to be shifting their focus to DDR. Thank you, Chrono. So I just want to mention, I did also talk to Pollo earlier as well. I was talking to him about the deluxe cab because I don't think he's actually played on one, and he said he really liked it. So he showed me some APCs that he got earlier in free practice, and I'm looking forward to a really, really strong showing from him. No, Pollo is, correct me if I'm wrong, but he's a player from Colombia, right? With Chrono? Or did he move to the States? The hot dog the hot dog streamer, that's John Cena fan 69. He's always at 8 on the break wearing like costumes. He wears a hot dog costume, and I think he's got a banana costume or some other stuff I've seen. Thank you. Yeah, he's such a nice person. I mean, I had the chance to chat with him so much at Storm, and I mean, he's just a fantastic competitor and also a really, really awesome person. All right, rolling into Zuza. Actually, he pocket picked this on me at Storm, so I'm looking for that APC out of Chrono here, or out of Poyo here. Slipped a couple of perfects, but still in the lead. With the long drills, this is going to really tell us who's going to make up some points here. T-Swag picking up one. Both players clean. Clean again. I think T-Swag got one in there. Ooh, it's dead even right now. They're both flashing. T-Swag coming up with a little bit of a lead here. It can't be by much. It's got to be like a perfect or two worth of points. Oh no, Chrono made a stumble. Coming up on about 10% left of the song. T-Swag's holding on to a very slight lead. 99.7. First song goes to T-Swag. Oh, yeah, we can switch that. That was a bug in DDR tools that got fixed earlier.
What's up?
There we go. Is it this one? Is it this one? Okay, it's this. No. I don't know what button I'm pressing. One of these needs. Is it this guy? It's no. Space Boy up on deck. Oh, T-Swag picking up a miss. This song has incredibly tough timing in the beginning here until it speeds up. About to come up to the second slowdown. T-Swag slight lead. All right, the rest of the song is relatively tame. T-Swag can hold on to his lead. He'll take the set 2-0. Then a cheeky little spin here at the end. And T-Swag's going to take it off Boyo 2-0. Is this the button? I don't think so. I've pressed every button on this soundboard and I can't figure out how to mute the microphone. But I'm going to have to take it off because I'm going to be playing shortly. So might just have to do that.
Let's stack. Please make a selection.
All right, we are back. Pull up commentary again. What a beautiful animation. So it looks like RC1 is in Voltex right now, so we got a delay. We have another match being drawn with, it looks like Hints and T-Swag. So we may be running that one as the next match as soon as they're ready to go. You could assign it to Cab right now, since they're playing.
Ryan's not ready, I'm guessing.
No. Is that him? So our draw is Dr. M, Sicko's Post, Rainbow Rave, Dam Daridu, and Senorita. And it looks like we already got our first pick. So Protection, Sicko's Post by T-Swag. Hints protecting Dr. M. First veto out of the way, Dam Daridu. And we got rid of Senorita. Actually, I'll put it back on the commentary. The Cab is just sitting right now. Are they not playing? Okay. Just assign it to the Cab right away, and then I can talk about it. This has now become a card draw stream. This is what happens in every tournament. Players of similar skills play at the same times across all events, and so all of a sudden you'll have, well, I guess maybe Sound Voltex and V-Mania are a little bit of a different case, but yeah, one of the SMX competitors who's making an absolute terror of a run has been playing in both Sound Voltex and V-Mania, and it's just been a nightmare to try to get him over here just for one match. That's Juan Scam? Yeah, well. They let me put the microphone on. That was their first mistake. I wish I could like yell louder, but I talked so much yesterday that my voice was already starting to go, and it is coming back throughout the day. Getting something to eat, getting a lot of water helps quite a bit. But yeah, I'm feeling tomorrow I'm probably gonna have no voice again. So hopefully it's enough to communicate with people within 3 feet of me so that I don't have to scream or type on the phone. Space Force seems popular. I'm gonna have to play it in my set whenever my opponent is available. It's a good song too. Anything, the Ramus beat music in here is fantastic, so I will second that. Just to pull up the bracket one more time. So, matches on deck. You got Paranoia Boy and Pilot, Hints and T-Swag, which we just saw draw, Skeeter and Malkier, and then I have to play RC1 when RC1 is available. Hydrate, yeah, trying. I don't know, my water bottle's around here somewhere. I got it, it's right here. I don't want to drink in everyone's ear though, that's kind of rude. We need some hydrates in the chat. I hope Jelly has the hydrate emote still. I think I'll take this second. We can try to go through, if I can remember how to do it. We have some sponsors we can shout out. First and foremost,
Redshift.
Redshift is a SMX tournament taking place in Vegas at Red Note Rhythm Gaming. It's going to be September 20th and 21st. It's only going to be doing StepManiaX singles and Pump It Up. But as far as I'm aware, it's just StepManiaX singles. So definitely, if you're able to make it out to that, I still need to sign up, as I've said about 14 times today. But I've got my flight and I've got my hotel booked for the event. So really excited to be back there. Red Note does a fantastic job. Vegas community is a great community. Glad to see them. After that, we have Dash Dance. So Dash Dance is another tournament taking place in Chicago, Illinois, or in Gurnee, Illinois, north of Chicago. They're going to have several games like SMX, dance games, fighting games, other things. And yeah, that's taking place then. And then finally, last sponsor. And I'm back. Chan, I don't think there was a limit for competitors. I know that staff members tried to keep it to like 1 to 2 events maximum. That's just because we are so busy trying to run other things that we literally don't have the time. But there are definitely some competitors who are competing in 6, 7 events here. I believe Malkier actually competed in 7 events this weekend. 4 yesterday, 3 today. RC1 was in DDR and Pump, still in SMX, currently competing in Sound Voltex. So yeah, there's players playing in several events all at the same time. All right, well, I have something other than my face to show you. We are going to move into the match with Hints and T-Swag. They are on the machine and ready to go. August 20th? Maybe you should come to Vegas. Go to Vegas and check out Red No Rhythm Gaming and Redshift. August 20th. Or no, that's September 20th. Oop, I messed up. We're going back. It was September 20th. Hintz, winner of a handful of SMX events over the past year. He won, I think, the couple of B-Hop balls. He got second place at Red October 2024. He won B-Hop Ball 4. I think he may have also won one of the Michigan tournaments. Is it Midsummer or Love Arcade? One of the two, I forget. But storied career here in SMX and a fierce competitor. And T-Swag always competing in several things. Saw him in Vegas, saw him in Florida for CEO. I think I've yet to see him in Chicago. But definitely two competitors with very long history. Both showing their prowess, starting off with a white combo after 25%. Good to go next. Next.
Hello gamers, Jelly Slosh back in time to see Hintz versus T-Swag in winner's quarterfinal of StepManiaX at Midsummer Melody Quest for the Throne.
We have quarterfinals already?
Yeah. We just have one more match in winners round 1, but Malia is tied up in DDR. Whoa, Hintz showing up with an APC.
Too bad it didn't count.
Counts on his
I'm just
profile.
poking fun. Yeah.
That's a pretty good way to start.
All right, Hintz and T-Swag rolling into song 1, the Sicko's Post. Fairly complex 22. Both players picking up a couple perfects to start, but they are currently tied.
Watch out for those mines. Those mines are a little tricky because if you just maintain your positioning, you'll avoid them. I think there's one that you do have to switch off on though. Yeah, there's a little one on the up and down, right after up and down jump. And coming into the last third of the song, Hintz does have a lead.
T-Swag with a little bit of a stumble there, picking up a couple perfects. Oh, Hintz
Oh, no.
struggling with the crossovers. There's one more, isn't there?
Yep.
One more crossover.
Oh no, lead is traded.
There's the second crossover.
And Hintz gives that one away by trying to do the turns on the mine pit section.
He muscled it through the second one.
Yeah.
I could see him like 1 foot, one weight all the way through.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the corner. He kind of slipped. I think he slipped. I think he slipped. Oh, and this puts our number 2 seed Hintz in an unfavorable spot or scary position to be in a 2 out of 3 setting.
This might be the pool of upsets.
Yeah.
T-Swag took down Poyo, and
Malkier took down Twans.
Oh, T-Swag was higher rated, yeah. I got bumped to a lower seed too, so.
But, you know, when the seeds are that close, the margin of error is really small at this level. It just takes 1 or 2 steps just to flip a match easily. Like you saw they had 16 to 18, and most of the hints came from that one section specifically from misstepping there.
Yeah, the 16-18, and that miss too. I mean, it was certainly possible he still could have won with 18 even without the miss, so.
Yeah. But going to Dr. M, this one, you and I were just talking off camera, this one's very hard to be consistent on.
About 25% away through the song. I see the lead swapping a little bit in here. This one has a lot of runs coming up here.
We have a repeat of that little chorus section again. Now we're gonna go to some more sets of streams. A couple unbroken, a couple with small gaps between them.
Both players navigating pretty well through there, just dropping a couple perfects apiece.
And then we have a pretty tough cross under section coming up here in these streams.
Very well done by both
perfectly
players.
executed there. And then the descending notes. Oh! Hits with a hex star on
What a score.
Dodger. And that's not an easy song to hex star in a one-shot environment.
Especially with that ending.
Yeah, a lot of us jump high up in the sky for that one.
It's the new tech.
Rainbow Rave Parade. This is probably one of the most fun 24s featured in this game. It's got the right amount of tech in SMX that makes it really enjoyable. And this is a good candidate for a first 24 for a lot of players if you have the stamina to execute it and can understand how to do the tech. Most of it's like a lot of 16th note streaming, not really a lot of turning involved, and a couple bracket sections to watch out for. But overall, very comfortable 24 for a lot of players who have like a background in a different game.
Either way, I still expect really strong scores from both players on this song. Swag opting for the full turns there while Andrew turned out with the double steps.
You'll see there's a little gap between the center notes, and there's going to be a line on the screen as well. That indicates you hopping up using your other foot for the same center panel note. Bracket section here. Most players opt to jump these sometimes, especially that left center one. A really key thing about the brackets too is make sure you hit the panels enough force that you don't get a delayed hit, since StepManiaX chooses the later judgment to judge your perfect or judge your note.
Very difficult mind pin run there. You got to make sure you stay off the center.
You do have a small base period where you can tap on it, but you just can't sustain the panel. Alright, another bracket section coming up here as we reach the end of the song.
I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to say it.
Both of us have opted to say nothing at all. Both of us were thinking
It's-
it, but we
it's picking
stayed
up.
quiet. It was the late belt around the world.
One perfect's about 6% out from the song.
And that's just like so impressive to see him do that, because this is his first game of the tournament completely. Wow.
Yeah, he has not played yet today.
And he's been managing the responsibilities of the event as a whole, you know, putting out fires everywhere, helping DDR get on track. All right, and Twan's going to be hopping off for now, so I will be solo for a bit. Right now we have RC1 and Twan's coming up to play in the losers bracket.
Let's StepManiaX. Select the difficulty mode.
All right, I've got their card draw in front of me. We have Space Boy protected by RC1, Hero of the Night protected by Twans, and Electric as a tiebreaker song. I don't know if RC1 was aware of this, but at one point in time, Twans had the second highest score on the server globally for Space Boy. Prior to the patch with the edits where the timing windows got slightly easier, Twans had, I think, 2 or 3 perfects, while the top score was a APC by Dante, and at that point in time, no one else was even, I wouldn't say not close, but that was just the second highest score on the server for a good amount of time prior to that patch. So Twans is very, very comfortable with Space Boy. But as we've talked earlier in the stream, personal scores don't mean anything in a tournament match. It's what you do in the moment in a new environment, and especially for someone like Twans who plays on a home setup on a different screen cabinet model type. The DX cab screens are about 65 inches, I want to say, significantly larger than what we're used to at home with the 43-inch monitors. So there's a lot of variables involved that make it hard to match your personal scores. Twans will get about a 700-point lead going out of the intro, but both players getting a gold combo out of that. It's not a straightforward song to do that on. Got a foot switch section there, indicated by the mines. And then this vocal section is really hard to time when you can't hear it too well. You're pretty much trying to match your steps to just the vocals. There's no like drum line or bass line to match your steps to. Make sure you hit the brackets there and the foot switches. Twan's pulling up a solid 99K score on that. I'd say he's very familiar with that chart. All right, so I'm pulling up a 95K on that. Putting Twan's up 1-0 in this set. Coming up next is Hero of the Night, which Twans did play at CEO. Got a very, very strong score there. For a song, Twan's in a very favorable position, still maintaining a perfect full combo. RC1 about 1,000 points behind here. And RC1 has been playing pretty much every game all day long from start to to now. Right now it's 7 p.m. Eastern time, so it's been a long day for him, just going back between multiple games. But also coming out from the previous splits, he's already played a bunch of SMX as well too. Twans keeping that one clean with the 99850. RC1 impressive performance with a 98996, almost a 99K score on that. Unfortunate for RC1, that does mean this is the end of their tournament run, but making it to Pool 5 is a very impressive achievement to have under your belt. Up next, we have Pilot versus Paranoia Boy. This should be a very exciting match to watch. I overheard Pilot talking off to the side that their card draw has nothing above a 23 in it. So we're looking at We Do This Dance, Take Me Away, and Hypnosis. And then I believe we have a group photo coming up at 7:30, so I think we're gonna run this match and then go do the group photo. All right, and we just heard some excitement over DDR, so let's see what happened. Oh my goodness. J-Love and Limpton on DDR Cab A got a 2-point difference on Muteki Buffalo Challenge against each other. I'm not the biggest fan of Muteki Buffalo myself, personally. I played enough DDR to recognize Muteki Buffalo. The expert chart was part of the big deal set list, and the challenge chart is our chart that exists. But yeah, 2-point difference for going in the favor of J-Love. But right now we have Pilot and Paranoia Boy on screen right now. Pilot, one of our longtime commentators of the game for a lot of SMX America. You might be familiar with his voice and his overall game knowledge. He's a completionist, so he's APC'd a lot of beginner, easy, hard mode. A lot of wild APCs. He really likes dual mode a lot and has a lot of full mode APCs as well. I think he has 17 and under completely APC'd on full mode. So, and he's come a long way since he started competing. When Pilot started competing in SMX, he was playing in what was called the mild division bracket at Red October 2023. That was his debut tournament. And he graduated playing hard mode, just being regularly one of the top seeds. Now that he's been performing very well, gained much more consistent upper end content. Recently just topped it off with 23 APC before coming to Michigan. And then on the other side, we have Paranoia Boy, who probably needs no introduction. Our #1 seed overall, Paranoia Boy.
How did Tony do a dance rush? How did Tony do a dance rush?
I was informed that Paranoia Boy got 3rd place in Dance Rush today.
He did get first in the freestyle round.
So Paranoia Boy got 1st in freestyle and 3rd place in the, I'm assuming it's a head-to-head format of some sort for Dance Rush. I'm not too familiar with that game, but a 1st and a 3rd already under his belt. #1 seed for StepManiaX. Last year, he went on a very dominant run where he got 1st place at every StepManiaX tournament he was in attendance of, except for Red October 2024, where he had a 5th place finish, I believe. Rocking the signature red and black. Yeah, they're both super consistent players. So this could be a huge accuracy battle for both players of this level. But Paranoid Boy's consistency and ability to adapt to any condition he plays in is freaking amazing. And in addition to this, he's also the #1 seed in Pump It Up. Guess who his first opponent of the tournament is? It is me, yours truly. So you can catch myself and Paranoid Boy on Shinobi's stream later on. And possibly, if I win my match in SMX and Paranoid Boy wins this match, we'll match up in SMX as well. So I'm going to get to beat Tony can beat me in 2 different games. Oh, Pilot with the unfortunate miss in the opening. I saw him smirking a little bit. I think he just had his foot mispositioned. So at this point, Pilot's win condition just to maintain really good timing here. And then for Paranoid Boy, now that the window has opened up, he's got to capitalize on it. Pretty tough step jump to execute there. About a 500-600 point lead for Paranoid Boy. $99K for Pilot. Paranoia Boy with a 99925, 3-7. So the yellow counts are pretty close. But against an opponent like Paranoid Boy, you can't give him any extra windows to capitalize on because Paranoid Boy makes very few mistakes just because he's just such a consistent player. I did a quick comparison on StepManiaX to see what I can choose against Paranoid Boy, and I'm losing to Paranoid Boy on literally every song in the whole game. Like, I don't have a single song I have a higher score than Paranoid Boy on. So it's not looking too good for me whenever we match up potentially if I win my first match. But taking away, this one was played at the Hop Ball. Looking super clean at the opening. Pilot still has a full combo, but did pick up an off judgment earlier in the song, right in the cold opening. We got the little bursty section that has a foot switch coming up. See if both players know what's coming up. Yep, nicely done. Paranoid Boy finally picked up his first yellow perfect. One perfect by Paranoid Boy. Pilot, pretty high score as well, 99488. I imagine if he didn't get the off judge, he probably would have had the hack star himself, or pretty close to one. But just like that, it is time for the group photo. So we will be right back. And once we get back, we'll be resuming with some more gameplay. So before we go, I'm going to just Well, that's convenient. I really love OBS crashing as soon as I change the scenes.
Settings.
But yeah, when we get back, we have Skeeter Malkier ready to go. MCAT Malia, probably the two we will expect to see next. So we'll see you in a little bit. Enjoy the music in the meantime. Hello, gamers. We are back. We just finished our group photo. I believe it looks like Emily and Malia are going to be the next ones playing, from what I can tell. I see MCAT walking up to the pad. I see Malia with a disgruntled face because she is tired from playing DDR. So let me see what their card draw is actually. And just to show the bracket off really quick. The winner of this match plays me. That's gotta be fun for them. And that will be the last match of winners round 1. And then we have a bunch of winners quarterfinal and a lot of losers bracket to get through. There's Malia right there right now. Right behind me. I think she's getting ready to walk over to player 1 side. Yep, there she is. Just walked under the little thingy. So let's see what the card draw is. All right. Malia and MCAT. Malia's on player 1 side. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I see Lunatic has made its way through.
StepManiaX. Press play to get started. Let's begin. Make a selection.
Unfortunately, I am needed at Pump It Up. I am playing Paranoia Boy, so wish me luck.
Huh? Oh, there we go. Cool. Hi. Okay, I probably cannot hop on the mic for too long because I'm still in and play the loser of this, but Jelly is needed to pump it up, so I am back. So here we have MCAT and Malia. Looks like they're warming up on Turn Me On. They've got a... Alright, so their draw is Bandito Wild 21. Has a few 30-second bursts and little runs. We have Zusa, Wild 23, has a lot of drills at 160. And then we have Lunatic 23, which Dance Dance Revolution. Vetoed songs were Remember December, fairly foot speed oriented 22. Malia probably does not want to play that. And While the Record Spins, which is a lot more aggressive than the ITG official chart. Has a lot of turns, has some swing. I guess MCAT's just not feeling that kind of chart right now. MCAT taking the full warm-up. I think this is her first SMX match of the day, so makes sense. Starting off with the Hex on the warm-up. that little 30-second burst looked like Malia got an early around there. It's kind of like the main thing that sets this apart from the other 21s. You'll see a few more of those, which at 150 BPM, those are honestly pretty fast. It's equivalent to a 16 to 300, so like 20 notes per second for 3 steps, which is, you know, you just have to like drill your feet a little bit, but still very easy to just get a timing window off there. MCAT still yellow, has decent looking lead at this point. About 1,000 points, I want to say. Looks like there's a little spin in there. Both players double stepped it anyway, so no problem there. And looks like MCAT's gonna take it just from being a bit cleaner and not making any errors. Very strong first song. Wins by about 1,000 points. Yeah. Actually, Malia technically getting fewer yellows, but those 5 lates really cost her. Looked like the first one at least was on one of the bursts. As soon as the players remember how the alphabet works. It's late, so we forgive them. Getting into Zusha, I don't know. The song about Kyle Ward's Rubber Duck, everyone knows it. If you played ITG, you know it. If you play this game, I mean, it's in this game, so. In fact, if you don't play this game, I'm not entirely sure why you're here. Malia picking up and early, and MCAT still gold. She has a few hundred points lead. The meat of the song is the section in the middle with the drills. Looks like the score is flickering, so they're pretty close. Malia might have had slightly better timing to offset the judgment. We'll see what they do here. Ooh, Malia really getting off on that one, so, and MCAT kind of getting off on that, and oh, ooh. Yeah, so Malia just rushing those drills. That gives MCAT a very, very commanding lead. So she will most likely take this. There is still some song left, but that was the hard part. It's very, very easy to get off on drills like that. Just go either too fast or not fast enough. Like just repetitive up-down motion is very hard to keep time on, which might not be intuitive, but like you're not really moving your feet much. MCAT's still yellow, so we'll see where their final scores end up. Whack. Right, MCAT with a 994, Malia with a 957, so MCAT will move on into the next round of winners, and I believe she will face Jelly Slosh. And then Malia will go down into losers, so that was only her first loss, and she will face me, I'm pretty sure. don't know. Malia will face Lenny, and then I will face the winner of that. All right. So once Lenny and Malia are both free, presumably they will do their draw and what have you. Meanwhile, looks like we're going to get Skeeter and Malkir up next. Two very, very different players, especially as far as their approach to this game goes. Skeeter, extremely well established, has played every chart in the game, has over 3,000 APCs, over 300 on Wild alone, extremely distinguished. Malkir basically speed ran this game in the weeks leading up to this tournament. You know, they are a very strong player overall, so who knows what will happen. Looking at their draw, Malkir protected Goat, which is fairly straightforward, has some short streams at 145. Skeeter protected Knight of Fright, which is definitely a chart you want to have played a few times. And then the third song is Ava Nagila, which somehow no one either protected or vetoed, which, given some of these other songs, is, you know, I could almost believe that's the median of this set, looking at the vetoes, like Skeeter vetoed Soapy Bubble, which is an extraordinarily technical Wild 23, and Malkir vetoed Where Did You Go, which is a straightforward-ish 21, has like some weird jacks and double steps and what have you. That will probably be that would have probably been a timing check, so if Malkir isn't as confident in their timing on that sort of thing, maybe get rid of that. Warming up with I Want Your Balalaika. As far as 22s go, a decent enough warm-up. Has a few little short runs, a few turns, a funny little speed up at the start, but there aren't any notes there, so it's just like, if you started correctly, you're probably fine. Could be considered a good omen if the warm-up is holding a 46-point difference. That is pretty close. 16 to 15 in an early. Got some music that really slaps in here. So as far as 22s go, this is For Reasons, an extremely on-sync song. It's a fairly straightforward chart. Has a few short runs of varying patterns. Mostly just going to be a question of who locks in more, I suspect. So, let's see. Malkir got a yellow right off the that. So right at the start of the song, so not too big a deal. Skeeter holding his white combo. Merciful. And here you see the little drills. Both extremely locked in. Malkier getting a few more earlies there. Looks like Skeeter got his first one. Yeah, so you can see the score is, it was flickering. Malkier got a late in there, so Skeeter has a bit more of a cushion. Still another set of runs though, so we can see, or we will see what happens. Yeah, 230-point difference. Malkier with a few yellows. Both of them very locked in on these. Yeah. Skeeter just a little cleaner in that second set of runs too, so looks like he will take this. All right, 596 to 870, both otherwise 99. Strong showing for both of them. Yeah, 10 and a late to 4, so good opener from Skeeter, and now we go into Night of Fright. So from one of the most straightforward 22s to whatever this is. Yeah, so this is definitely a chart that you will want to have played a few times because it does a lot of things with patterns. It has crossovers, it has rolls, it has foot switches, it has things that look like some of the above but aren't actually. I honestly couldn't even tell you everything that this chart does. Presumably Skeeter has an idea if he protected it. So we're starting with this like musically relevant double step section, like the song does repeated threes, and so the chart does as well. It's like Malkier missed in there. This part is just very weird to time, being like entirely triplets. Skeeter holding it together fairly well. Malkier getting a couple more. Have a little break, almost a break, but still some very weird footwork. Problem here, and now we're going to get into the beat of the chart, where it starts doing things. Here picking up a miss. Well on this section. Looks like they both picked up a miss somewhere in there. Pretty strong showing from both of them, honestly. 989 to 993. Skeeter will take that 2-0, move on in winners. That was actually, just looking at the steps, that was extremely close, like 13-2 to 12-1, just a couple steps difference. Malkier probably had like a few steps that were more early than some of Skeeter's, but still. Not a very big difference in the grand scheme of things, so strong showing from both of them. Skeeter will go on in the winner's bracket to face Hints next round. Malkier will go down to losers to face, I believe, Snowstorm.
Here we go. Select your difficulty.
right, so I said Malkier dropped down to losers to face Snowstorm. It looks like Snowstorm has had to drop due to an injury, so Malkier automatically wins that. And I guess they will just be on deck for a while in that case. We're having some technical difficulties. Are we back? We are so back. All right. So it looks like we're going to be doing Pilot versus Twans next. That was their warm-up, their half-song warm-up-ish. You know, it says half song, so theoretically, because they both got over 60K, then they should both be disqualified. But you know, we're not really keeping track of that. Yeah, so this is losers, which means whoever loses this is going home. So this is the time for pocket picks to start, you know, coming out. And Pilot has pocket picked Melancholy Vision, Wild 24. So, very aggressive chart, has a lot of tempo changes, weird rhythms, weird sync, weird patterning, weird, it's just weird. It's a lot of weird, which Pilot is a big fan of weird, so it makes sense that he would choose this, and so far doing pretty well on it. Looks like Fawn's got early or late somewhere in there. Pilot locked in on that little slowdown. That part is extremely hard to time. It's an odd rhythm and extremely quiet. No problem with like these little screams. Pilot getting a couple earlies on those crossovers, but had enough of a lead that he's still in control. No problem with the brackets. Once getting in early and then miss going into that last slowdown. So definitely looking like this pocket pick will pay off for Pilot. Still some kind of messy center runs coming up. Just make sure the players keep their form together, and Pilot gets in early, but still holds it together well enough. Ending crossovers go pretty well, and yep, he will take that 989 to about 964, so extremely effective pocket pick. 18 perfects on that. Very good showing. It's definitely a chart that is good to have in your pocket because it does a lot of things, and probably not something a lot of people will want to practice. Now we're getting into Twans' Protect, which is Boomerang. Wild 21. I don't recall exactly what this chart does, which might mean it doesn't do much of anything. I know there's a section in the middle that's very screamy, just recalling the song. And I know this is a reasonably old song, so all bets are off when it comes to patterning. Both players starting out with a white combo, so no yellows yet. Juan's getting his first one. Pilot's just locked in. No, Juan's hasn't gotten yellow in a while, but, well, commentator's curse. Yes, this is the streamy section. Some interesting center panel patterns. Pilot does get his first yellow, but still in the lead. Both extremely locked in here. Juan's getting in early. Still close. Could swing the other way, but Pilot is pretty locked in. So unless he makes an error, that is likely it. And there is not a lot of song left. And Pilot takes it. With, I believe, only 2 yellows on that, so 99947. Extremely strong to just put that up in a tournament. Yet Juan's still just 3 in early. Like, I mean, that is the difference an early can make in this game. Like, those are both extremely strong performances, and yeah, one player had to lose there, and in that case it was Juan. So Pilot moves on. Did have to burn his pocket pick there, but in a match that is honestly could go either way given those 2 players, like, that is a perfectly good place to use it.
On screen now, we have Running Ninja, one of the new additions to the game.
Yeah, a fairly, I want to say a fairly
Yeah,
straightforward
pretty chill.
21.
It's like that's a Eurobeat one, the Eurobeat
Yeah.
one, right?
And then we have Black Magic, which is
Quite technical.
been around for a while, has some extremely aggressive crossovers.
At 16th notes.
Yeah.
And then we dialed it down a bit with Techno World. That one's got a lot of streaminess to it. The patterns themselves aren't particularly hard, but that one could tire out some players just because of the nature of the streaming in it.
Yeah, especially like after something like Black Magic, if you use too much energy early on, like, I suspect it'll come down to timing, like, at this level, but we will see.
Selected difficulty mode.
Going right into it. We were just for that T-Swag plays the winner of this match.
It's true.
Yep, right into it. No warm-up whatsoever for these players. They're ready to game.
Looks like Lenny has a small advantage so far. Well, we say no warm-up. Malia was just playing DDR, so she is probably warm.
Plenty warm.
May have struggled to readjust to the game. I don't think she's got that many.
Yeah.
Lenny does have a small lead, but they are both yellow, and it is early.
Super close to each other. Oh, the lift up.
Lifting a lift.
Fortunately hasn't
But I
flipped
think
the lead
I
yet.
saw it.
Readjust for the next set of lifts.
Malia
Malia
going a little
slightly
bit.
rushing that. small 60 field burst. Both of them rushing a little
Oh,
bit.
it's flickering. It's going back and forth. I think Malia nominally has the lead. Yeah, it looks like she's locked back in.
It's flickering again.
I think I've seen Lenny just get a few more yellows in the second half. Not a lot, but enough to skew it. Yep.
996 to a 992. Pretty close score,
Yeah.
even with the lift drop.
About a 400-point difference. Yeah, 10 to 19. Yeah, so Malia pulled it back, just found the window in the second half, and
Meanwhile, Lenny started drifting a little bit late on that, or a little early actually. She started
yeah,
rushing a lot.
It seemed like she was getting more earlies in that second half.
Getting ready to play Black Magic here.
About this chart is it does that rhythm a lot, like those little 2-beat runs with increasingly difficult patterns. Like you see that one had a crossover.
See both players twisting their bodies around.
Malia actually looking like she's double stepping it. Malia, or Lenny, did some of the turns and looked like that worked out for her.
70-point difference between them right now.
Ooh, Malia missing that. That's weird because like exactly one of those is a hold, everything else just roll.
Ask Mr. Bobby how to step that is intended. These ones are
okay,
really
it looks
tough.
like Lenny is trying to do the turns, but she's also looks like she's either getting lost or is just tired. Malia being a bit more conservative, and it seems to be working out for her. Like
especially with these what they call Scoobies in DDR.
Yeah, so. Might not flow the best, but it gets the job done. And Malia will take it by about 4,000 points.
Great effort by Malia.
Even as someone who likes doing crossovers, that chart is very tricky. It's very easy to just start out one of those runs on the wrong
Wrong
on the
facing.
wrong foot.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And with that,
Yeah.
I believe
Solid
Mr.
attempt from both
T-Swag
players.
is needed immediately.
Yeah, so I'm actually about to play Malia, so, you know, that's fun.
So here's where we're in the bracket.
Yeah,
So MCAT is currently inside of DDR,
it's true.
and T-Swag Malia is the next available match for us.
Yeah, is that the only available match? It
Cor-
is.
it is.
Okay, well,
We're at that point in the tournament.
yeah. So, about to go to card draw immediately.
Oh, it sounds like Malia is also immediately needed in DDR as well.
We literally cannot run any matches if she leaves, though. Like, we
I
need
think-
either her or MCAT. Okay.
Okay, so Emily's coming up soon.
Okay.
I'm going to step on some arrows while Emily's playing then.
So, Malia is actually
Taking away
yeeting
for
herself
DDR.
over to DDR, and MCAT will be returning in exchange to play
I'm
Mr.
playing.
Slosh over
I'm
here.
playing. I just played Pump It Up, so I need to recalibrate SMX as much as possible.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's see what you got. Select a difficulty mode. Easy mode. Wild mode selected. Come on, make a selection.
Yeah.
Protect second.
Select.
I will veto second.
You got great taste in music. Are you ready? Go!
It looks like MCAT is back over here, done with her sojourn in DDR, at least for now. So she will be playing Mr. Jelly Slosh momentarily. And we have their draw up there. Looks like MCAT protected the Funky Dolphin, Dolphin Talk Wild 23. Very technical, very swung, very funky. Jelly Slosh protected Saber Dance. Comparatively straightforward, some little runs, jumps. Nothing terrible technical-wise, but will be a good stamina and timing check. And then the third song, if necessary, will be Night in Tokyo Wild 24. Which is interesting because that's the hardest song in the draw, and that got neither protected nor vetoed. So we'll focus on like some 30-second drills and some slower streams. For vetoes, MCAT got rid of Daydream. It's a swung 21 with some funny center panel patterns. And Jelly Slosh vetoed Samurai because it has 2 slowdowns, and that's too many for him. looks like they're going right into it, so... Or not? Okay, no, they are taking a small, probably a half-song warm-up, I guess just so that MCAT can recalibrate to this machine. Jelly Slosh just did so he could play out half the song if he so chooses, which he does. There's probably a bit of logic to warming up with something that is around the same speed as at least one of the songs in your draw. You know, this is around the same speed as Dolphin Talk. It might be exactly the same. They might both be exactly 110. I don't recall offhand, but this is around there. Or Jelly Slosh is just in the K-pop mindset. Well, I mean, when is he not? But that is true. Pixie only. And that's half the song, give or take. So let me tell you about the Funky Dolphin. It's got 24ths, it's got a couple little cheeky 30 seconds, it's got a lot of funny centers, it's got a few stops, and it's got funny dolphin sounds. You know, really just has everything you could ask for in a technical 23. Stamina-wise, definitely one of the easier ones, but this is a tournament that's going to come down to timing, so it doesn't mean a whole lot. Both of them with the early white combos. No problem with those early 24ths. Funky Dolphin. Jelly getting the first yellow. Still a lot of funk to go. MCAT getting one. Looks like they are tied, so comparable yellow. Jelly getting another. Center panel patterns, very easy to just get a stray early on. Both players nail it. I'm getting a couple earlies in that section. Very strong showing. One of those purple notes is like a 24th sooner than you think. I think MCAT might have gotten thrown by that. There's this cheeky little 30-second bursts. As long as you know they're there, they're no problem. Both players hit the first one. MCAT got it early on the second. Not a lot to say, just a stray yellow here and there. Looks like Jelly was a bit more on. Yeah, only a 70-point difference. That is not very much. Yeah, 7 to 6. So, you know, maybe a couple of MCAT's yellows were a bit farther out, but yeah, that's just an extremely close match. Like, that is nothing. Very strong showing from both players. Now we're going to get into Saber Dance, which is a very different kind of chart. A lot more straightforward. We'll test foot speed a little more. Honestly, not that much more compared to like 24ths in Dolphin Talk. 16ths in this are only a little faster. It is a bit more sustained. Like Dolphin Talk focuses on like gallops and bursts that don't move. So we'll see who's adjusted to the to moving around the pads more. Yellow. Still a lot of sabers to go. Yeah, it's a lot of that. Just burst, jump, burst, jump. Just gonna be a matter of like locking into that more. Looks like M got it early on one of them. Jelly's still with the white combo. Gotta watch out for those mines. Reset yourself after each of those turns, or even just double step down. Jelly does finally pick up his first yellow. 40% in. Could still swing the other way if Jelly makes any kind of meaningful error, which I mean, he will obviously try and not do. One more section of little bursts and jumps. Very clean from both of them. Couple earlies on each side. Nothing major, and Jelly will take it. Wow, I think that was 2 to like, I don't know, more than 2 and then an early. Still, yeah, 7 and a late. That's still not very many. Just, we're at the point in the tournament where, yeah, that's not gonna cut it. 2 on a 22 in an event is extremely strong. So Jelly will move on to face Paranoia Boy. MCAT still in. We'll go down to losers and face Poyo next event. Or in her next match. And that might actually be up next. It is unclear because Malia is still playing DDR. I have drawn for my match with her, so once she's available, we'll probably get into that. The question is just when that will be, and if we can do anything in the meantime. Em and Poyo are both standing here. I think they're doing their draw now. Interesting. It's not the worst.
Select difficulty.
All right, so it looks like MCAT is going right back up into our next match against Poyo X. So MCAT has opted to use her pocket pick of Sweet World. We've seen that before. That is one of those charts where if you don't know it, have fun. Poyo primarily plays DDR. His timing is extremely good, so trying to knowledge or form check him is probably the best move. Poyo protects Cannon D2. Very aggressive 23, a lot of crossovers, a lot of bursts. Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid protect for him. And then the third song, if they get there, is On My Own, 21. Vetoes were Poyo vetoed Samurai, because presumably, that is 2 slowdowns. If he doesn't know the game too well, probably good to not have to deal with those MCAT vetoes their own destiny because it's a 24 with a lot of stuff. And they are warming up with Howard Wynn, known as Howie to his friends. Fairly easy 21 time, but has some nice center panel patterns, so if you need to like readjust your form, this is actually a pretty good one to do so on. Taking her half-song warm-up. Koyo has not played in a while, so he will be taking the full one. Demonstration of how to win, we are going to go into MCAT's pocket pick. Sweet World Wild 22, so lots of very interesting roll tech, some very center heavy patterns. Let's see how the players do on it. Gets a late perfect. Yeah, so those center heavy little runs are going to be very tough if you're not super comfortable with SMX. So Koyo does get a couple misses in the first one, hits the second, still plenty to go, but yeah, a couple earlies. I'm still doing extremely well, getting a miss on a bracket, but still has a pretty decent lead here. Just so many places that you can get an early or a miss on this chart. Very clean on MCAT's side. Those are extremely hard patterns to read, and I think she got like all whites on each of those 3 runs. Koyo picking up a few errors. Again, presumably maybe not as comfortable with the center heavy patterns.
You're going to be the next match.
Leave the brackets, and MCAT will take her pocket pick very convincingly. Which, I mean, you do want to take your pocket pick convincingly, but it was a very good pick for her. Only 3 perfects, and then 2 misses, and probably like a roll drop or something. So, still very good timing. Bodes well, I think. Although the next song is extremely different. Players forgetting how the alphabet works because it's late, they've been playing all day. There we go. At least they didn't try looking for it in like the D2 section. Or the 2 section, I guess. So Canon D2, one of the many pump crossovers in the game, when it fittingly has a lot of crossovers. You can even see in the intro those little 8th note sections. You can turn if you want to. I didn't see if either player did. I kind of doubt. Yeah, with a small early lead coming into this jumpy section. See a few of those little like 16 bursts. Those are pretty fast. Like the song is what, 210 BPM, so 14 notes per second. Then we're getting into the turns. MCAT opting to double set most of it. Poyo doing at least some of them. Yeah, he's committing to the laterals. Well, he did. I guess he decided one was enough. Understandable. MCAT's still gold. Poyo getting like a late in there. MCAT not really giving him much room to catch up though. Like a stray yellow here and there, but that's not very much. So looks like she will take it. By how much? Oh my, oh, wow, okay. That's extremely strong. Nearly a hex on a pretty tricky 23, like 9 clean. Really only looks like there was just like one part where she got a handful in a row. Otherwise just stray ones here and there. Very good showing. Poyo still does very well for a guy who mostly just plays DDR. So props to him for showing up and supporting other dance games.
Get the selection.
So I think next I will be up against Malia, so someone might sub in for me or not. Who knows? Where are we at? Whatever matches are available.
Greetings, everybody. This is Hints.
And Audio
signing
Coaster.
on.
Oop.
Ooh. A little hot there.
That better? I think that's better.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
I was not expecting the mic to be that hot. All right, we have Malia and T-Swag up to the losers bracket. We have Malia and T-Swag up to the losers bracket.
They got a half-song warm-up, and it appears after having played Sicko's post against T-Swag earlier, it appears he can call for that song on command in a card draw. Playing a warm-up, Captain Jack, Dream remix.
While we're in a warm-up song, I just hope everyone watching has been enjoying the stream. Shout outs to our sponsors, Arcade, Arcade Online, and Red Note.
So taking a look at the card draw here, we have Malia protecting Stop Me, Wild 21. Of course, T-Swag protecting Sicko's Post.
All right.
Pump it up song chart extraordinaire. And then Beat It, Wild 23 tiebreaker, which should be interesting. It's like T-Swag getting some ups on the pad there on the warm-up. Big hops. Getting those, getting the quads warmed up as well. It's been a fun weekend so far. It's been underway since 11 a.m. today, and
all day yesterday as well.
all day yesterday. So starting out with Stop Me, Malia's Protect. And we will see how we do. It looks like Malia playing on a different arrow size than T-Swag, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe that's just my vantage point. I think actually.
No, I think they're a little different, but
maybe it's the speed mod.
yeah.
No, I think the arrow size is the same.
Yeah, it's speed mod, I guess.
Yeah.
I need to go ahead.
Of course,
start this man.
T-Swag ending up in lower bracket, thanks to yours truly. Sorry, T-Swag. And Malia having come up after defeating Lenny 2-0. Lenny's a very talented SMX player, so. And honestly, even with DDR, Malia has been on fire today. Been watching some of her matches. She's been doing really great.
Honestly, the challenge of keeping your stamina going through multiple tournaments is equally impressive as, you know, advancing in general.
Looks like as we enter the final stretch of the song, T-Swag pulling slightly ahead. Still very close. I'm seeing the numbers update the thousands digit about the same time. So one miss, a few perfects here or there could flip this in either direction. More gallops into this ending here. And T-Swag closes it out with a, I believe, 1 or 2 perfect PFC. Excellent accuracy. Malia not following far behind with a
Not
7
at
perfect
all.
PFC. Also,
That's about as tight of a match as you can get in this game.
and this is just showing the level we're at. Even in the losers bracket, it's going to be a bloodbath. Moving on to T-Swag's Protect, Sicko's Post. For those of you who didn't see this chart earlier, it's got lots of mines, a few crossovers, one of which I kind of tripped over when I played it against him earlier. So if this comes back to haunt me later in the bracket, I guess I'll try to pay attention to that. So we'll see if T-Swag will be able to keep his consistency on that, or if Malia will flip the script. This wouldn't be the first time SMX players have won each other's protects in the bracket, so I guess we'll see. Malia picking up an early there on the drills. The chart starts out relatively tame with the drills and then moves into the crossover and mine rhetoric about halfway through. Some step jumps here. Both players very strong on those. A little bit of light center tech. T-Swag still maintaining a white perk. Oh, I cursed it. Oh, sorry, T-Swag. Commentator's curse. Malia Malia still not falling too far behind. Definitely within about 500 points or so. T-Swag showing us remarkable consistency on those mine crossover minefield. And there's one more in the opposite direction coming up here. We'll see if Malia can nail it. Just hit the one early, and T-Swag closes it out, almost with a hex. Very impressive. Awesome showing today by Malia in all the games she's been in, and she was mauling yesterday as well during the women and non-binary events. All around, great showing. And
Just an amazing level of competition out here
sure,
this week.
I'm sure she's ready to get some rest. And T-Swag will be moving on to face Valkyr in losers round 3, which will be card drawn behind us here. I guess change scenes over the. I think that's how this works. Ooh, we got a transition.
Hi!
I know how to use Streamlabs OBS. I promise.